Has anybody been to a magic show?
I have.
Have you ever wondered, how did this happen? Or this is impossible. I mean, it can never happen. Well, in this article by Amelia Miscarelli, I read that there are 3 things that happen during a magic trick. 1, you have your brain that sees it and interprets it. Then you have brain interpretation, and then you have science, how science and magic can work together. My first point is the brain. Now, what I'm going to talk about mainly is the eyes. We have, in our eyes, we have an optical nerve that sees things, and it messages it to little 8 million little wires in our optic nerve called axons, and they go all the way to the primary visual cortex, which is in the brain, and it kind of transmits all the data and kind of evaluates it and sends it back to our eye, and we basically see. My second point is brain perception. Now, when we see things, say, in front of this chair, you can't see my legs, but from past experience, you know, well, my legs are there, and I've proved right, my legs are there. But what magicians use is that past experience, or is that blind spots that we usually assume. We assume everything. We usually assume that, this is going to be in there, but it's not. And there's also focus. We focus on things, like for me, example, last night. I focused on it so much that I didn't even see the sock in the middle of my floor. There's the one test called the invisible gorilla. It's where, say you're sitting watching a soccer game, and there's a red team and a white team, and somebody comes up to you and says, watch how many times the red team passes the ball to each other. And so you're counting how many times, 3, 4, and there comes a gorilla or a monkey or a mascot right in the middle of the field. It goes waving around, and you basically see it, but you're so focused on the team that you don't really interpret it. And that's how another magician's sleight of hand. And then my third point, the third thing is blind spots. There's one thing called the coin trick, where you have a mat and 2 napkins. There's 2 cups. You can clearly see that there's a coin under 1 cup. And then he puts it down, and again, the magician uses focus, and focuses on the cup, and he has a little invisible string where it's kind of camouflaged, so you can't see the coin going across the table, but it is. And it took about five times for the writer to even see it. My third point is science and magic. Now, how we can fix things is there's neuroscientists and psychologists who can help what people are thinking, their blind spots, and how we can help people. We can help people by driving. We can help them. We can help people with Alzheimer's, and from Amanda Marcelli, we can quote, "Such approaches might help children pay more attention to the most important parts of class presentation," end quote. It can really help some people save lives. So, in conclusion, our brain perception has blind spots. It uses past experiences and focuses on certain things. The brain has eyes, which sees objects and transmits it to the brain, which then basically sees it. And finally, science and magic can work together to help people. The next time you go to a magic show, try to find the trick.